Yes, everyone. This has been one of the most exciting moments ever. This is a moment we've all been waiting for. The all-new Volkswagen Tiguan. Now, the Volkswagen Tiguan is Volkswagen's most popular crossover SUV, guys. I'm not talking about the Touareg. The Touareg is colossal, but this thing is the car that helped Volkswagen massively in the automotive industry, especially when it came to the question for crossover SUVs, something that was meant to pick a fight with the Japanese giants like the Toyota RAV4, the Honda CR-V, and of course the Nissan X-Trail. And I have no doubt when I say that the Volkswagen Tiguan was always popular. It was always a hot seller here in Belgium. Now, I have no doubt this will be the case for this Volkswagen Tiguan as well, despite the increased price tag, everybody. This Volkswagen Tiguan costs 59,000 euros. Is it good value for money or not? We're going to find out in a moment, but before I do so, I just want to remind you all that it's not enough to just be desirable. It's not enough to just be a hot seller. We do have to cover something about the designs of this Volkswagen Tiguan, the exterior and the interior. So let's get on with this review right now. Now, when it comes to the front design of the Volkswagen Tiguan, it should be noted that historically, the Volkswagen Tiguan always had a unique identity that would set it apart from other Volkswagen models. Now we're seeing a bit of a mishmash of various Volkswagen models. So this continuous LED light looks like a reference to the Volkswagen ID models. And then when you look at the front for the rest, the first thing that came to my mind, especially like just focus on the light and this grille, ignore this whole area. The first thing that came to my mind was something like the previous generation Volkswagen Polo that was popular in the 2010s. That was just the first thing that came to my mind, like an oversized Volkswagen Polo. You get a 360-degree parking camera, you get parking sensors at the front and at the rear. And you do get real air vents right there. I'm impressed. Now we're going to have a look at the side view of the Volkswagen Tiguan. Towards this area, Volkswagen has played it rather evolutionary, but then as we approach the side, Volkswagen has abandoned the boxy image, especially if you look at this area. They've gone round-edged. In fact, this has to be the first time I've ever seen this for the Tiguan. You get a continuous rear lights, and as I've emphasized before, they could be a reference to the Volkswagen Corrado of the 90s. Gorgeous 5 spokes for this Volkswagen Tiguan. It looks like something I've seen on the Volkswagen ID models. Now, despite the promising front and the beautiful air vent you got on the front at the sides, the rear is just plastic. You just get a proud plastic bumper right here and no air vents, nothing special going on. Volkswagen, what exactly is going on over here? Now it is time to check out the interior of the Volkswagen Tiguan, the part which I was very much looking forward to because this interior has seen massive changes. Now, the door looks very evolutionary to the previous generation, but then as we look at this whole area right here, it's got a very unique style to it. Now, there's some similarities to other Volkswagen models, but then there are also some unique aspects about it. Now, first thing first, I would like to start by talking about the presentation. Seats, everybody. You get manual seating adjustment for a price of 59,000 euros. I mean, the lumbar support is electric, but the manual seating adjustment is not. And the lever to pull the seat front is at this side, and then to move the back, it's at... Oh no, I get a crank to move. I have to twist my wrist just to get the back moving, guys. But then on the bright side, the seats do look great, everybody. With the Alcantara, the white piping on the side, and then the leather as well. They look good. It's very promising how Volkswagen's gone about it. Now, steering adjustment is... Oh, okay, to move it in and out, it's very firm. You have to use a bit of force. All right, and then the transmission, just like Volkswagen ID models, is right here. Wow, this is great. And then there's another stoke dedicated to your lights and your wipers. That's great. Now there's something else to point out. The steering wheel is good. It's very nice to hold on to, but I get the feeling that the leather wrapping is a bit on the firm side, so it's hard to tell the difference between leather wrapped and not leather wrapped. And the pallets are very small. They're on the same size as the stokes, everybody, so you can't reach them from underneath or above. You have to put your hands in this position in order to reach them. Well, who said Volkswagen was sporty? Anyways, So for the rest of the interior, it's very interesting how Volkswagen's gone about it. Now I want to come to the infotainment system, and I found something very exciting. There's actually a swivel wheel right here, and this has to be one of the first times I've ever seen something great about the Volkswagen Tiguan. A nice swivel wheel, very premium. You don't have to touch the screen, everyone. Keep the screen neat and clean. Just use the swivel wheel. Styling is unique. This area right here reminded me of the Volkswagen T-Cross for some reason. It's like there's something... It's a blend between the ID models and then the T-Cross. Very interesting. Now we do have to cover the exciting part. The reason why you'd buy this Volkswagen Tiguan. Practicality, everybody. So I look up here and I see glasses holders. Beautiful. But then the bad news is you don't get any sunroof or panoramic roof. Great. And then you do get a wireless telephone recharge, but and then also pockets to put your phone in, which is great. And then, oh, you can lift this up and put it back down. That's great. Double storage solutions with 2 ports underneath over there. Good. And then you get this flat storage space up here. Something is not precise about this whole area right here. First of all, this armrest is adjustable, which is great. And if you move it up, you get cup holders right down there. But then you have to get used to the way things function in this interior. So for instance, if you want to move the cup holder front, you can, but just make sure you get rid of these. You see, these are nice folders, by the way. They keep things in place. You can remove them, and then you can put the cup holder right here. And then I can put my drink at the front. Now the cup holders are practical, they are adjustable, no surprises over there. The Volkswagen Group is known for its practicality solutions in this regard, or should I say detailed practicality solutions. This is mostly a Skoda aspect, and speaking of Skoda, this is directly related to the Skoda Kodiaq, which makes me very excited because I'm curious to know what it's going to be like. So now you also get a 12-volt socket in the central console storage, which is great. It's good. I like it. So far, the practicality solutions are very impressive. Now, I have to check out the glove box. Ooh, the glove box is massive. But then for some reason, there's this part of the upper area of the glove box, which is just plastic that doesn't have a purpose. Had me thinking it was going to be extra storage right there. Door bin. Now, when I look at the door handle, first thing that comes to my mind is Skoda, because Skoda has developed an obsession with this door handle. But there's something you have to watch out for, because there's a part of the door handle that's quite sharp and it can act like a scissor. So just be careful when pulling the door open, all right? Now, door bin, everybody. Oh, come on, Volkswagen, not your alarms again. Now, door bin is good. It's very deep. It's nicely detailed, and I like the material it's lined with. And you even get a micro storage space right here. Good for little coins or something, whatever you use it for. It's very decent. But then, touching the door handle, I see a huge contrast. The seats are the most beautiful thing about this interior. They look like they're from a premium car. Then as you look at the door handle, you are reminded that this is something not really premium. The door handle itself is plastic, and the window controls are just plastic. The only thing they have on them is a bit of chrome, which is beautiful. But then that's about it. Now it is time to check out the rear seats of the Volkswagen Tiguan. Alrighty, so I have no doubt that practicality is on board, guys, because that's what the Volkswagen Group is known for. Just whenever I want to pull the door closed, the door handle is located so front that it's a bit difficult for some reason. And then you do get nice armrest right here, and wow, detailed cup holder which you can extend. That is fascinating. And I like the details over here. So it's like they're long, they're extended. So it's they could keep you cocooned. And the feet room, oh my goodness, guys. So when it comes to the feet room, it's extended. I have a lot of space. It's that's because the passenger seat and the driver's seat, they are elevated. They are on some railings. So I get a lot of feet room, a lot of knee room, and my headroom is excellent. It feels almost like I'm in a limousine. This is great. Now, I'm very impressed so far about the practicality solution. The exposed ISO fixed points as well, great. Detailed climate control as well, great. Charging ports right there, good. Now the backseat pocket is a bit of a hurdle because it's leather, so it can be fragile. After 5 years, just be careful with it, all right? So that in long terms, nothing happens to it. Door bin. I saw the door bin from outside, and I have to say I'm quite impressed. It's very spacious. Oh my goodness. And then there's even an additional space on the side of the seats. This has to be one of the best crossover SUV I've ever seen when it came down to practicality. You even get a handle over here, 2 coat hooks, one up there and one on the side. Now over here is the boot space of the Volkswagen Tiguan, and not surprisingly, it is very spacious. Just as you approach above, there's not much volume in this area above, but downwards there's more volume. And that too, the floor, everybody, the floor is adjustable. That's the best news ever. So you can adjust the floor downwards to have additional volume in the boot space. Great. And also you can fold down the rear seats easily to move houses, everybody. And then also you get tether points on the side and a 12-volt socket right there in the corner, and there's a latch right here to fold down the rear seats. Check this out. Oh, just go to the side to give it a bit of a push. The boot lip is downwards, but one thing you should already be careful with is that the body paint is exposed. So in long terms, just be sure do not scratch your boot paint with the luggage. So here's my conclusion of the Volkswagen Tiguan. Now when it comes to the design and identity, the Volkswagen ticks all the boxes. Although this Volkswagen Tiguan, unlike the previous generation, doesn't seem to have a unique identity of its own. It seems to have references to other existing Volkswagen models, like the ID models in particular. Now another thing to note is that when it comes to practicality solutions, it comes as no surprise that this Volkswagen Tiguan is excellent. It was ticking as many boxes as I could imagine. It was great. But then when it comes down to the value for money aspect of things, so for a price of 59,000 euros, is this Volkswagen Tiguan good value for money or not? This Volkswagen Tiguan is great value for money if you have a family and if you're getting it as a company car. But if you're getting it as a personal car and you have a family, this car can be a bit questionable. You all be the judge. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos that are on the run. I will see you all next time.